Welcome to the Catch Flights in Fitness podcast. I'm your host, Stephanie. I'm so happy to have you here. Let's get into the conversation. So, the abundance mindset. You can't have an abundance mindset without understanding, really understanding the scarcity mindset. So, and I'm gonna go through like the definitions pretty fast because I'm pretty sure my followers at least have heard this multiple times over, the scarcity mindset and what it's about. If you've ever felt like you didn't have enough resources, you feel like the resources, you don't have access to them, you don't have the skill set to really like reach your goals, you don't have the finances maybe to reach your goals, or the time. So even scarcity is talking about, oh, I don't have enough time for this, I don't have enough money for this, I don't have enough energy for this. That's the scarcity mindset. um if and I'm gonna go through a couple of ways that this scarcity mindset shows up in our life. It's when you're so focused on a goal. So let's say you really want to achieve this 20-pound weight loss goal, or you really want to achieve your ultimate body goal, but it's so far away, especially if you're not on a plan, right? It's so far away that every single like short-term goal just, it doesn't even seem worthy. For example, how many times have you got frustrated when you gained 2, 3, 4 pounds, um 2, 3, 4 pounds in a day, right? They're like, oh man, yesterday I was 226 and now today I'm 228. That's that tunnel vision where you're just thinking about the short term and not the long term, and not realizing, the other side of it, the abundance mindset is, why did I gain those 2 pounds? Did I eat a little bit more for dinner before I woke up and got on the scale? Did I um not drink enough water yesterday, so my body's holding on to all of this water? Did I uh have I been weightlifting quite a bit? Have I been strength training? So maybe my muscle mass is going up and I need to pay attention to my body fat instead? Well, no. But because you're so focused on that, short term goal, you're not thinking about, the long term, the lifestyle shift that you're creating and the benefits of this shift. So that's called, like, I keep kind of giving you like that tunnel vision look. Let me know if this is resonating with you. I can't see. Oh, Tiffany is up on here. What up, Tiff? Um, she said, "Bye. Gotta go back to work. Love you." Well, thanks for popping on, Tiffany. So let me know in the comments on Facebook and Instagram if this is like resonating with you. So what other, so in other words, your brain will spend more energy finding like the next best thing. So when you're in this like tunnel vision, you're not thinking about the long-term lifestyle shift. So instead, you're like, I need to get on this keto diet. I need to fast for 7 days before I start this fitness plan because I want to jump start it, in this amazing way, instead of just flowing into the lifestyle shift. Let me focus on getting more water in this week. Like even saying this week, how does that make you feel to actually look at your goals week by week and not day by day, or month by month, or better yet, year by year? Are you educating yourself more and more about your body and what it needs year by year? Abundance mindset. So instead of looking at, all right, what's the next best thing that's going to work every other day or every other week, you are committing to a plan, focusing on that, and getting better in that plan, and growing and strengthening yourself in that plan, year after year. Another way that the scarcity mindset shows up for itself is called like a trade off. So you probably see my post about like the Taco Tuesday analogy. So let me, if I, eat all the tacos and the margaritas, the next morning I gotta work out. I gotta go ham. I gotta spend, I know I usually do like 30, 45 minutes in the gym, but I'm gonna do 2 hours in the gym because I, enjoyed myself the night before. I had a little bit too much to eat or drink. Instead of looking, what does that one night do for your long term goal over, what does one night affect the rest of your life, the next year, the next month, even? I'll even give you a little shorter time frame. What does it do for the next month? Nothing if you stick to the plan as such. And if you're on a plan that creates a lifestyle shift, then that should be part of your plan. If these things are important for you, which we'll talk about that in a second, about how to create your abundance mindset, this does tie into it. Another way that it shows up with this trade-off thinking is when you feel like you have to remove things from your world in order to achieve XYZ. I'm gonna start naming some different programs or way of eating. It's not my attack on them. I really don't care what you choose. In my opinion, every program works. Every program works. It just depends on what it's working towards. So for me, if I was to follow like a keto plan, it's probably going to work for my weight gain, but not for my weight loss. And it's just, that's my own perception. I'm not even gonna get into it on this. Not that keto doesn't help with weight loss. It's just the way that I will take on those fats. I will probably not follow the directions the way that they're supposed to be followed. But anyway, so the reason why I bring this up is because I'm gonna use keto because it's pretty like people usually know what keto is, or intermittent fasting, like these programs, and you're doing them not creating a lifestyle shift, but you're doing them for short-term goals. Like, I don't know too many people, even folks that are like strictly paleo, that can be strictly paleo 100% of the time for the rest of their life. So if you were to commit to a lifestyle shift that's going to allow you to live a healthy, active life now, you would actually reach your weight loss goal. Yeah, you might not lose 20, 30 pounds by the next vacation. Like if your vacation is in like a month, you might not do it. But that creating a lifestyle shift that's going to work for you over time, that's going to teach you the benefits and the disadvantages of XYZ so you can make an intentional decision when you really want that sweet treat or that glass of wine. You know what it's going to do. You know what it's going to set you back, if at all, and you make that conscious decision that, yeah, this time I'm gonna do it because I haven't done it in like a couple of weeks, and or because I'm on vacation, I want to enjoy this culture's food, or I want to because I just want to, because Stephanie said I can do what I want to do as long as it fits. Boom. I see comments on Facebook. So Shakita said, yes, I've had that tunnel vision. Day by day for me has proven to be not realistic and had me disappointed. Yes, that is such a, it is probably the most overlooked part of the scarcity mindset in your weight loss journey, is looking at the day to day. That's why you hear a lot of people say, if getting on the scale every day makes you upset, then you don't understand what the scale is telling you. So get off. Right? Like for me, I will, y'all can say what you want about me, but I actually check my weight pretty much every day. But I'm a very educated person in what that means. So all it is data. That thing goes up. I could go up, literally, I could go up 5 pounds in a day. I could go up 5 pounds in a day. Dead ass. Dead ass. And I used to tell people this and they were like, what? First off, why are you on the scale every day? And then like, what did you do? And I can sit there and tell you what I did in order to gain those 5 pounds. And then I can tell you what's going to happen the next day, because I know how to level set, or I understand how the level set happens. You know, that 5 pounds. I named it earlier in the live. I won't go through it any longer, but just know just know it's about the long term. So the reason why I can sit there and jump on the scale every day is because I understand what that data means 6 months from now for me. Yeah. Like imagine if you have like a 2 3 weeks worth of data and you analyze that data and use that to create your plan for your lifestyle shift. So it's like instead of looking, oh my gosh, I can never be consistent on this 5 day workout plan, or I can never be consistent on meal prepping every day, looking at what you did do right and creating a plan based off of that. Like, okay, I may not have been able to do 5 days consistently, but obviously I've done three. So let me figure out how I can revamp my workout so three is effective, and that's my workout plan. Abundance mindset. All right, let's move on. Let me know if all that makes sense for you guys. Drop it in the comments. Let me know if it resonates. Drop some fire bombs. What's up, Nisi? I see you just dropped in. What's up, Tanya? I see you just dropped in too. All right, so where am I? Look at me trying to get back to my notes. So I'll be trying to stay focused. I really do. So another way the scarcity mindset shows up in your life is it creates this sense of worth that from comparing to others. And I'm talking to some of my clients now. I really am, because I love shouting out my clients, yo. I see what they go through. I see the struggle each week of always striving for perfection. Y'all always hear me talking about progress over perfection, progress over perfection. But do they listen? No. Do they do not have the time. They do not listen. Um but there it's because it is hard. Like, this journey is not easy. Growth is not easy. Getting better in your career is not easy. Building a business is not easy. Building a better life for yourself is not easy. So what makes you think your health and fitness journey is going to be easy too, or not easy too? Like, it is. It's not going to be easy. So that's why I love what I do, because I get to support people through that struggle, through that growth process. I shouldn't call it a struggle. It's a growth process. But what happens when I get excited I'm gonna shout Tanya out. Tanya and Shaquita are on here, so I'm gonna use those two. So let's say Tanya, drops 20 pounds on her 3-month program, drops like 6 inches off her waist. And I'm like, yeah, Tanya. And Shaquita, who, did her 3 months and only lost 2 inches or 4 inches off her waist and like 10 pounds. And she's just like, what did I do wrong? Why didn't I lose 6 inches? I'm such a failure. Like, I'm not gonna ever achieve this. I'm not gonna ever. You see where I'm going? That's a scarcity mindset. Not saying that these two ladies would ever. Okay. I'm just picking on them because they're my clients and I can actually sit here and support them. but the reason why I bring this up is because we should be cheering each other on. We should be celebrating each other's wins. Like, y'all do hear me all the time talking about celebrating, because I ingrained it into my program. Even in our group chat, I love it. At least every time you have an accolade, it posts it automatically in the group chat in the fitness app, and you see everybody just cheering each other on. Like, yeah, get after it. Like, you keep throwing out your PRs every other day. Get after it. Great job. The nutrition goal, you hit your nutrition goal. Man, I ain't never hit a nutrition goal. Great job. Listen, it's always about celebrating each other, getting excited, because someone else's success does not mean that you failed. Someone else's success, use that as data. Hey sis, what did you do? How consistent were you? It's probably what they did. How many times did you hit your nutrition goal? How long have you been on this journey? Because some folk, y'all don't even know how long it took them to even get to the point where they can reach those next levels of goals. Folks talk to me all the time and be like, Stephanie, that transformation photo that I love to share with y'all, do y'all know how long it took me to get to the point where I could be consistent to have a transformation photo? Do you know how many people, how many coaches and trainers I had to hire to educate myself? How many courses I had to take to educate myself on what my body needed to do in order to achieve that? And what I need to do now, like this, what y'all about to see, like I don't know too many people that are willing to go to the lengths that I'm willing to go to in order to achieve this success by themselves, right? So let me get off that because there is more I want to move on to. So with that scarcity mindset, you start to look at someone else's success as your own failure, and that's wrong. You gotta cut that out. All right, you gotta cut that out. Another way that this shows up, this feeling of like comparison, is not seeking support from people who will challenge them. Do you know how many times I've talked to people and they're like, yeah, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not mentally prepared for this. Not that you listen, please be mentally prepared to go after your whatever goal it is. Like we're talking about fitness goals right now, but like whatever goal it is. But surround that scarcity mindset comes in when you surround yourself by people that will support you staying in that same spot. Don't do that, sis. If you really want to get after your goals, whatever it is, and I'll talk about like business, I'll talk about like your career. When you are trying to level up in your career, what do? You hire mentors, or you ask for mentors. Maybe your job provides them or something like that. Someone that has already done what you're looking to do. You seek guidance from them. For business, you hire a business coach, someone that's already built their business to the point where you want to build it to that point. You hire those business coaches. So same thing with your fitness goals. Who do you seek out in order to achieve your fitness goals? Same thing. Same thing. Um, where we at? Where we at? Yeah, so go find yourself someone that can support you, hold space for you, help build you up, be a pillar. Sometimes I hear a lot where you're like, I need accountability. I'm looking for accountability partners, and you're asking your friend who's also struggling to do the same thing. Y'all both need better accountability partners than each other. Because when they're struggling, how are you going to be able to effectively support them if you're struggling too? Not that we can't, I just don't want to create this like struggle bus pot. There are people out there that you can join. If we're talking about the fitness goals, join Catch Flights in Fitness. There's actually coaches and personal trainers in there outside of even me. There are people that have leveled up their fitness journey further than where you are right now. Okay? Go seek out their support. If you're not ready to reach out to me and let me help you, let me guide you, then go in there and seek out support from people who have at least created a consistency in their journey that they can hold you accountable. In that Facebook group, I'm there and I try to hold everybody that asks for it accountable to their goals. Okay? So let's talk about what is the abundance mindset. And I promised all my Christians up in here that I was going to give them a little bit of something that they can hold in their hearts. It's literally affirmation. I didn't even realize it when I first learned it. What was that, elementary school or something? So it's maybe I should go look up the actual Bible verse. Y'all can drop it in the comments if y'all know the verse. But I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. If you truly believe that statement, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, then why is it such a mystery that you can also achieve your fitness goal? I don't know. I don't know either. Y'all tell me, slide in the DMs and let me know how that makes sense. How does that make sense? Another affirmation you can use to cultivate your abundance mindset is I have access to the resources to achieve my desired result. I have the willpower and stamina to reach my body goal. I am highly capable and resourceful. all of these all of these are, you're just activating that abundance mindset. And this universe that we live in, this place that we live in, you can tap into whatever it is that you want. You want to reach your body goal, you got to first believe that you can. And if I'm talking to my Christian, thank you, Catherine. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'm glad my mama wasn't on this. All right. So last but not least, I want to give you guys some takeaways, some action steps on how to cultivate an abundance mindset. Take ownership. Well, first, number one, if you're taking notes, number one, take ownership of your decisions. I say this all the time. I have no regrets. The last regret that I ever had, I'll give you a little story. The last regret I ever had, my dad had asked me for a University of Miami just like shirt. He wanted a polo shirt. And this was back, I'm in college. I'm like, okay, where's the money? You got the money for it? These things are like $50. No, and I was like, they're $50. Like, I don't have that kind of money. He's like, I want you to buy it for me. Like, he wanted it as a gift. I don't know if that was like dude's love language or something. I don't know. But I was just like, no. But in the back of my head, I was like, I'll give it to him one day. Like one day when money isn't so tight, when I just am like nailed, right? Like I'm good. I can buy him a shirt when I'm 35. And I want to say 6 months after that, he passed away. He passed away, and I had one shirt. It was my favorite. It was my favorite shirt, and I only had one. They didn't make any of them, so it was a. So I used to be a collegiate athlete. I used to be on the track and field team at the University of Miami, and they gave you like clothes to compete in, and I no longer was competing, so I couldn't get these clothes anymore. And I had this one shirt, and it was my favorite shirt. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to get a little upset. I said I didn't think I was going to, but I started telling this story. But I put it said University of Miami track and field, and if I don't know if this even makes sense, but they used to sell the baseball and the football ones because the University of Miami is known for their baseball team and their football team, but they didn't sell those track and field ones. The only way you got it was if you were a track and field athlete. So I love that shirt. I probably wore it like twice because I was like, I didn't want to have to wash it. I didn't want to, like, I adored this shirt. When he passed away, I put it in his, was it the coffin, or buried it? I buried it with him. So it was like the biggest regret was not buying him this shirt that I probably spent that money going to some club in Miami. So I say all this to basically express, like, don't live with regrets. Like, take ownership of your decisions and walk with a purpose. So what I said earlier, you want that glass of wine, then you have a glass of wine. If you're like, yo, I want I want to be able to have a glass of wine every night for the rest of my life, then fine. Create a plan that supports you and such. You don't have to remove things from your life that you're finding that you're like, this is something that I want. This is something that I want in my world. You don't have to remove it in order to achieve your goals. That's that scarcity mindset. All right, so I'm gonna let that one go. I hope that resonated. I hope that you guys understood. If not, drop in the comments. I'll explain. But have no regrets, because each of your decisions are made with intention. So take ownership of your decisions and move with intention. Number 2, identify all the resources and opportunities that you have and strengths that you have access to. That means coaches, trainers. Uh-oh. I have a feeling that this just messed up my my audio on Instagram. I don't know why I don't turn that off. All right, I might have to let Instagram go. I'm trying to. All right, I might have to let them go, y'all. All right, I had to let them go. All right, so let's keep going. All right. All right, let's just keep going. So that's my fault. I'll just start a new one on there. But so, um, oh, thank you, Lady Change. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. So my thanks for coming back, Nisi. I messed up my. I always do that. I always forget to turn off my alarm. But it's time for me to eat my dinner. All right. So number 3, pay attention to who you're speaking to, or pay attention to who is speaking to you, and what they're saying, what they're feeding you. Okay. I know we talk a lot about what you're feeding yourself, what you're saying to yourself, but who is around you, and are they building you up, right? This goes back to who you're actually seeking support from, who's in your circle. Make sure you're adding value consistently to your circle, networking with others that are going to challenge you and level you up in your fitness goals. Okay. There's plenty of people, I'm telling y'all, get up in that Catch Flights and Fitness Facebook group and get the networking. There's plenty of them. Number 4, give what you feel like you don't have. Now, this is a hard one. This is a hard one, but this is really key on cultivating an abundance mindset. So, the universe is not going to keep giving you more and more blessings if you don't show gratitude for what you already have. And then, on top of showing gratitude, give. So, if you feel like you don't have enough time, volunteer. If you don't feel like you have enough money, donate. If you don't feel like you're receiving recognition, remember the celebrating your wins and all that kind of stuff, recognize others. Are you celebrating others? Are you giving back value? Like I keep mentioning the Facebook group, but it's a great way to give value and receive value. Are you struggling finding a healthy recipe? Past the 2 or 3 that you've already found. Start giving those healthy, like post healthy recipes in the group. Give value and you'll feel all of that come back. I used to say this, I forget what, this would have to be the longest time ago because I can't remember. But there's like 350 people in that group, like 340. So imagine if you gave one thing to 340 people and all of them gave it back to you. So that's the concept of giving value, just giving back to the universe and just sitting back and receiving that tenfold, well, 340 fold with my example. Number 5, create structure in what you have. So we talked about, not enough time. I don't have enough time to get after my fitness goals. I don't have enough energy. I don't have enough money. Sit down and figure out what you do have and create space for it. I have a training and a guide that talks about creating space for your fitness goals. So if you're interested, let me know. Just ask me for the creating space guide or training and I'll get it to you. But if you're struggling with creating like time, energy, money in your goals, Steph, give. You gotta cultivate that abundance mindset. It's hard. It's hard. I'm telling you, it's hard. It's not easy. None of this is easy, but it's proven. Okay. But create structure with what you do have use that as a baseline to move forward. No one said that you gotta have these the best and brightest and all this stuff. Create structure with what you do have and move forward from that. And also find out what you can detox, what you can remove. If we're talking about money, we're talking about like budgeting, and then you can look at what you're spending your money in and then make a determination from that. If we're talking about time, you look at what is it that I'm spending my time with and see what I can do to move things around. Okay, so that's what I got for you, guys. I know this was a long one, so I appreciate you sticking around. Let me know if you want the notes from this. Just drop notes. If you're on Instagram, drop notes in the comments once I post it. You guys are going to have 2 videos on Instagram. So either one works. On Facebook, just drop it in the notes that you want notes. If you're listening to this live, drop live for me. I love to hear what the folks that jumped in on and watched live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And please, please, please jump in my DMs if there's anything that you're struggling with that you want to learn more about. I'm always constantly looking for more content to push back to you guys to help you. Otherwise, I'm gonna get it from whatever my clients are complaining about. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you want to connect with me, follow me on Instagram at stephaniejulia.fit. If you'd like to join my private Facebook community with other avid travelers just like yourself who are on their fitness journey, join us in the Catch Flights and Fitness Facebook group. Just go to catchflightsandfitness.com. Thank you so much for listening in. I'll see you next time.